everyone. So I think you might be able to tell what time it is, and that is time to decorate this Christmas tree. So I think there are two different types of people in the world. There are the people who wait till after Thanksgiving to put up Christmas, and there's people that do it immediately after Halloween is over. I am the immediately after Halloween because I feel like if I'm going to go through all the trouble of putting up all these decorations, I want to enjoy them for as long as possible. Now, what I'm going to do with this tree is basically what I did last year with the same exact tree, and that is decorate it with dried flowers from my garden. So some of them are dried flowers from last year, and then a lot of them are dried flowers from this year. So I will show you kind of everything I'm working with. I'm basically going to follow the same pattern kind of as I did last year, but I think I'll be able to fill this out a lot more this year. I first came across this idea because I just had a lot of dried flowers, so I searched for images of dried flower Christmas trees, and I found one that I really fell in love with. I'll see if I can find it again and post it, just so I can give credit to the person who did this first, or at least the image that I saw first. And then we will go ahead and get this decorated. So let me gather up all my flowers I'm going to use. I'll lay them out, kind of talk about where they're from, show you what I'm going to do, and then we'll get to actually decorating. So first off, this is the tree I'm using. It's the same tree that I used last year, and I think it's about 4 feet tall, which is nice because then I don't need a ton of flowers to decorate it. Then for the flowers themselves, I have dried hydrangeas. These are like creamy and also with some blush on them. There's a mixture of some from this year and last year. I have some blue ones, which are all from last year. I have my Gumfrina, some there, the whole basket of them there. And the reason I'm laying this, it's actually a like potting mat. The reason I'm laying this down is because petals, especially on the Gumfrina, of dried flowers fall off everywhere. So I'm trying to at least minimize what I'm going to have to clean up. And then, don't judge me, but I do have some fake flowers as well. So not too many fake flowers. This I like to use, and I'll show you as a guide of where to then put in the dried flowers on the tree. And then I have a bag of these, which I think is wisteria. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, but I just stuck a bunch of these in the tree last year to fill in any empty spaces. But that is everything I have to work with. All right, so first I'm using this floral garland, which again is obviously the fake flowers, and I'm gonna wrap it around the tree in the swoop that I want to follow with the dried flowers. Again, this just gives me a guide to follow, and that way I can kind of adjust the swoop if something looks a little bit uneven or anything like that before I start putting in the dried flowers. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. The garland is on, and I kind of double looped it, so it went up once, and then I had enough that I was able to double it and come back. So now that's going to be the shape I follow with the rest of the flowers. Next, I'm going to go in with my largest flowers. I kind of work my way from largest to smallest. So I'm going to start with the hydrangeas. The blue ones are the biggest, and I have the fewest of those. I'm going to put those in first, then I'll add in the pink ones, and then we'll get to the Gumfrina. Now, almost all the hydrangeas are on. I'm going to save a few for, I think, the top of the tree, but I basically just kind of space them around. I am mostly just decorating what you can see looking at it, because this is going to be pushed back into the corner, so I don't want to waste flowers in areas I can't see. So most of them are going probably on like the front 3/4 of the Christmas tree. Next, I'm going to start adding in the Gumfrina, and what I'm doing is they're all tied together, hung upside down to dry. I'm cutting the ties, taking, how many do I have here? About 8 in a little bundle, and I'm going to use a zip tie, or not a zip tie, a twist tie, just to wrap them together and keep them tight. That's what I did last year. It worked really well. I don't use anything as far as securing these to the tree. The hydrangeas just stick in really well. These long stems stick into the tree really well. So other than that, there's nothing I really do to secure anything to the tree. There shouldn't be much movement to it unless my cat decides to jump on it. So we'll see about that. But yeah, now let's go ahead and get all the Gumfrina added. I am so excited. This tree is looking so good. It's a lot more colorful than it was last year, which is what I hoped for. I just added a few more of these fake flowers because I'm trying to figure out if I want to add them or not. And I think I do, just to make them a bit fuller, and I like that they droop a little bit. So it kind of, I don't know, gives a little bit more like interest in the tree, but I absolutely love it. So I have all my hydrangeas, all my Gumfrina on there right now. I'm going to go through and add these, and then I need to make the topper, and here's what I have for that. My cat is currently walking through all the fallen petals, not eating them yet, so that's good. So I have these 4 hydrangeas. I also have, this is my celosia. There she is. I also have my celosia here, and then this was actually the top of one of my basil plants. And I think it looks really pretty. So I'm going to, after I hang the remaining fake flowers on, I'm going to try to make something out of these. So let's keep decorating. We are almost done. Here she is. I'm really happy with it. I absolutely love it. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put lights on it, or if I'm going to put lights on it if I'm going to use larger ones or like twinkly ones. So let me know if you have any thoughts on that. But the lights will go kind of in between where the swoops are. But I'm going to leave it as is for now. I'm going to put like the skirt on, kind of zhuzh it up a little bit, and then I'll show you what it looks like all put together up close and far away so you get the whole view. So here we are. I just put a rug here for now. I just use that as a tree skirt in the winter. Moved my snake plant over. And here's what it looks like. I really love it. And then coming in close. Again, all of these are just stuck in the tree. So nothing special that I did there, just kind of stuck them in. And the branches really do help to hold all of the flowers in place. And then up at the top here, I just put in those hydrangeas and the extra dried flowers that I had. So yes, completely love this. If you have dried flowers, definitely recommend, even if you don't do a whole tree of dried flowers, just kind of adding them to your existing tree. Let me also show you the mess I made, which honestly, I mean, isn't as bad as I thought. All the petals from the Gumfrina here, I save in a jar and use as confetti. So I'll just kind of fold up this and dump that into the jar. I also save any of the heads that broke off in case I'm making a wreath or something else I need to glue extra ones on. So I'll save these. So most of the kind of trash here, you see, I'm going to save. Probably throw these stems into my composter. But yeah, made a mess. I'll probably wait and clean that up tomorrow. So that is going to be everything for this video. I already said this, but I absolutely love how it turned out. I think it took me maybe 2 hours start to finish, and that includes like gathering up everything and then putting it on the tree. Still deciding on which lights I'm going to use, and then I'll get all that set up on a timer, but this has been really great. This is actually, I think, the very first like Christmas decoration I've put up. So let me know if you do anything similar like this, if you use anything from your garden in your Christmas decor, your Christmas trees. I would just love to know. After I'm done with the tree, I take all of these off and I'll use them in other projects. The ones last year, which I'll link last year's video down below just so you can see what it looks like. Very similar, just a lot less color to it. But I pulled them off and I made a Gumfrina wreath last year. I'm probably gonna make another rainbow Gumfrina wreath for like summertime this year. But this is my tree. Oh, I had another question too. Somebody's asked me before what I do to preserve my dried flowers. I don't do anything. I'm sure I'm probably supposed to do something to keep them longer, but I don't. So if you do anything to make your dried flowers last longer, let me know so I can start doing that too, especially for things like wreaths or when I kind of get my more permanent projects put together with my dried flowers. So, like I said, I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.